Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and we've got a really cool knife to do a disassembly and cleaning of this evening. This is the Wee Swordfin. Really nice design with, I think those are aluminum foil scales. So, pretty cool. All right, let's, and it's a front flipper. With the thumb studs, of course, and great action compound grind there. If that's come, there it goes. I think you can see a little bit better there. But very nice. This one's actually on loan to me, and let's see if we can carefully take this apart and look at the internals of it. Do a disassembly and cleaning of it. And I'm just being very careful again because it's not mine, and the owner graciously allowed me to take it apart on video, so I want to be as respectful of that as I can. Alright, I kind of figured that was going to be the case. So now it's probably T6s. I'll check that. Yep. Alright. We'll switch to that Torx bit. And again, make sure that you're using high quality bits so that you don't have any, I won't say so that you won't have any slippage, but to reduce the chances of it slipping. And then just take it easy. No need to get in a rush. No need to go crazy with it. Just take your time and back those out. It is backing out just very slowly. Again, no need to go crazy with it. Let's see if I can get this other one loose. That one came out much easier. Keep turning that one for a little bit. It feels like it wants to come out. The other side may be turning. It may be. I haven't had this apart before, so let's see. I'm going to switch back and take this other side off here. Well, now it all comes apart. All right. So we'll just carefully separate that out and be able to look at the insides of this. Oop. Had a bearing try to jump out. We'll go ahead and drop that in alcohol. So you can see I had it loosened up. It just was needed to take that loose. All right. And as you can see, there's a lot of lightning that has been done on this titanium frame. And you can also see that it doesn't appear to have been used a lot since the last time the owner of the knife cleaned it up. So again, appreciate him allowing me to disassemble, clean it on video. This should be fairly simple. It's not dirty at all. I think he must have had it apart very recently. So, in fact, we can rotate this around and drop that pivot out. Then we can look at the scales there. Just how cool they are. Look at the edges there. And then look at the back. And then we can look at the scale itself, or the titanium portion of the scale. Very light. Don't want to take that off completely, I don't guess. Just wipe things down. Oh, make sure I'm on camera here. Wipe down everything. Make it all nice and neat as possible. All right. Did I wipe the blade down? Let's get her fresh. And get down in those areas. This is a CPM 20 CV. It's written very lightly here. When I was initially looking at the knife, I didn't even notice, and the owner called it to my attention. So very cool. All right, let's go ahead and clean up the bearings. And he did put skiff bearings in here already, and it is a very, very smooth knife. Again, what I'm doing is pinching it between my finger and my thumbnail, kind of digging my thumbnail down into the threads, and then I'm going to carefully back out the screw, so to speak, and then go back in. Again, just being very careful not to allow any slippage. I don't want to scratch that. Pivot up. So you can tell it's pretty clean now. All right, good deal. I also want to get out that was the pivot screw. Now I get out the pivot with the Wii logo on it there, and wipe that down. All right, clean that up. Let it dry for just a minute. All right, let's start reassembling this knife, and I want to start from the. Oh, let's take a look at the clip while we're looking. That's the or while we're waiting for it to dry a second. That's the titanium clip there. Very cool. You have to be careful with the bill of that you don't catch things that you may be walking past. But it's a very nice looking clip. Slides in and out of the pocket well. Also, just have to watch that, and that does appear, at least for me, to be just a slight bit of a hot spot. I haven't carried and used it a whole lot today, but I did notice that on the just kind of examining the knife. All right, let's go ahead and start putting this back together. What we'll do is slide this down, and you'll notice that the inside of this, well, let's take a bit of alcohol and clean out that right there. But you'll notice that right here there's a kind of a key almost milled into the pivot there, or the pivot hole there, and that will match up with the space here on the back of the pivot itself. So that'll slide right down in there to lock that the correct way into place. And again, we're going to slide this right on there and make sure that's in place. Okay. We'll take a little bit of alcohol here and make sure there's no debris in the blade hole for the pivot. All right, let's go ahead and drop a bearing on there. We're going to put a little bit of gunny glide on there, just a little bit. There's no need for a lot. A little bit on each side, and then that'll get spread out as we open and close the knife. Put the other bearing on, again a little bit there and there, and then I'll go ahead and put a little bit there on. There we go. Maybe a little bit more than I wanted to, but that's okay. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and slide that in place. Get everything lined up, and then carefully get these screws into place. And what I want to do is just gently move that back spacer until I get it in place. And then we'll drop that one in as well. We want to switch back to that T6. And I want to carefully do this. I'm just running them up snug right now, and I'll get I want to make sure that it's not slipping or anything. And again, I don't have to tighten those a tremendous amount. I do want them snug because I do not want them moving. All right, check these one more time. Let's pick it up. I'm going to actually pick the knife up so I can kind of have a better feel. Alright, that one feels good. That one's good. Okay. Alright, I think we're good there. Be careful with the blade. We don't have a pivot on yet, so that's something that we want to be aware of. And I know I've still got a screw to put in the other side. Let's go ahead and get that pivot Switch back to the T8. I want to put a little bit of Loctite. I usually use the stick, and I want to get a little bit into the threads there. Okay, you can see it have a little bit there, a piece of debris there that I wanted to get out. All right. Okay. Now we'll tighten that up a little bit. We're not going to tighten it a tremendous amount yet because I just want to get it in place where it's holding everything, and then we'll tune it a bit. Okay. Now I'm going to switch back to the T6, tighten these screws that are holding the scales onto that side of onto both sides of the titanium, actually. And I'm trying to make sure I've lined that up. I may have to actually loosen that pivot just a little bit. Sometimes if you can't get things to line up, you have to loosen up things that you've already tightened up a little bit. So that's what we're going to do in this case. Another reason not to completely tighten the pivot screw. Again, this is the first time I've had this one apart, so I am actually doing a little bit of learning as we go along. Oops, don't need the T6 for that one. There we go. That's tightening up nicely. And that one's tightening up nicely as well. So just remember that if you've got an instance where things don't want to seem to tighten up very good or to line up very well, sometimes you can actually loosen the screws that you've already put in, and things will fall into place, where in this case it has. So I'm going to actually back off until I get a little bit of play. And I'm not to that point yet. Let's back off just a hair more. Whew. Feeling good. No blade play, no up and down play. Centering is good. I think we've got it. So again, this is a really cool knife by WE. It's the WE Sharkfin, I think is the name of it. If that's not right, I'll throw the I will throw the name there on the screen. I just had a senior moment there and apparently forgot what the name of it was. But had, to my knowledge, never even held one of these knives until tonight. So if you've made it this far, I do appreciate it. If you would, hit that like button down there, subscribe, and leave a comment if you so desire. So hope y'all have enjoyed it, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks.